a show by Lauderdale, Jones, Scott, and Smith. Winston, Leak, you better act right. Don't drive slow and be wild at night. 'Cause you need to know that if you do, that Scotty Ray is watching you. He's everywhere, he's everywhere. That man is faster than a scalded cat. If you do something dumb, then you better run with haste. Scotty Ray's at a wreck before it ever takes place.
Hey, good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with Odie, as we begin Monday morning. We're tapping a little over 46 right now as we wait for a high of about 59. Could be some drizzle where you are. There's a little bit falling throughout the area.
But it's nice out there.
Yeah, so the big, that was not, the Vegas odds were not.
There was some money that swapped places last night. I'm glad I didn't bet on it. I'm glad I didn't wear my Kansas City hat too.
Now, I didn't get home until it was well into the second quarter, right before halftime happened to turn it on. I decided that it was the Super Bowl. Trump went there, and I thought, well, I'm going to watch a little bit of this, even though I don't support NFL. And when I turned it on, I looked at the score, and I thought, surely that's not right, because all we've heard is about this Kelsey guy.
Yeah.
He's like Mr. America when it comes to football, and then the
Patrick Mahomes.
Mahomey.
Man, I tell you, I like that.
He just threw one interception after another, didn't
he? He threw two of them and fumbled another.
That's right.
And but his line didn't protect him. He just couldn't get anything going.
No.
So does that tell us if they had a better defense from Philadelphia?
They did.
Philadelphia just had an all-around better team.
Is that
their
what it was?
offense was kicking it, and then their defense was kicking it.
Kansas City said, "Look, we're doing something that's never been done. I've got this. We're good. We're going to practice."
Yeah, they lost.
And the Eagles are saying, "We got our butt whooped by these guys 2 years ago, and it ain't happening." And they came to play a game.
Oh,
yeah, they did.
And they stomped.
And I'll be honest, I sat there and I watched that, and then that thing started. And I stared at it, and I thought, this is horrible.
We missed that. We turned the volume down
did
and
not
gave away door prizes.
Now, depending upon where you read today, your source of news, how you read it, what do they call it? The legacy media is going to paint this as one of the most beautiful things that ever happened at the Super Bowl. Everybody else is going, that's the worst thing I've ever watched.
I didn't understand this.
The words.
Not one
Now, I've
word.
heard a lot of that. Nobody understood.
I didn't understand a word that went on through halftime.
And if you can't understand the words, then it's not good, America. Period.
No, it's not.
Apparently, the song was about somebody who was a sexual abuser or something to that effect. Who knows? We couldn't determine it. And then he had the person that was on his dance team that took the Palestine flag and ran down the field. He even, if you will catch it, you saw it back there behind him a second.
Now, I heard something that he wasn't supposed to have done that. Of course, they grabbed him, kept it off camera.
Correct.
And took him out and said banned from any NFL sport.
For life. He can't come back. He can't be no dancer on stage no more.
Well, I don't know who it was, but
the car, I read where that car that was on stage that was that boy's daddy's car that he went home from the hospital.
It's a Buick Grand National.
Yeah, it was a beautiful car.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
But we just didn't get, and I never went back to the game after that. That ruined it for me. It was like, no. Most of the commercial, no, you have to give Budweiser thumbs up on the horse.
Pushing the
keg. Well, you know what that was about. It's the idea that they're training them from when they're young to make their delivery, okay?
And it was good.
So the little one saw one fall off, so it pushed it to where it had to go.
Take it where it's going.
And, of course, you got the guys that, let me tell you about the time the horse came into the bar, thinking it was just that joke that goes, sure enough, here comes the horse into the bar.
But you got to give them an A+. That Ben Affleck attempt of whatever that was.
I know.
Now, Richard Schwartz won his bowling tournament.
I missed that.
Oh, yeah. He played against the insurance teams. Yeah, all of them put together.
Missed all that.
They could.
But I did like the fact that just as that commercial comes on, my name was right across that dude's back. No, I'm sorry. It was right here on his chest and it said Patrick. And I went, look, I'm on TV.
I made it, Mom. I made it.
I'm on national TV, Mama.
I'm not sure if y'all caught this, but I went back and watched it this morning, and due to copyrights, I'm not going to play it. But did y'all see the new Secret Service commercial that Trump had made about hiring?
No, I missed that.
Oh, y'all, I'll play it for y'all in a little bit. It is incredible. I'll share it on the page later today. But it makes you proud to, that patriotic step up, defend your nation.
You got that little thing went up your spine.
Yeah,
I like
and
that.
it shows them through the years of when Reagan was protected, and then it shows when he was shot at.
Oh, yeah.
Moving.
There's some things coming out about that now. A whistleblower has stepped up. Supposedly the governor of Pennsylvania, along with Biden, was in on the actual attempt. The shooting and things are fixing to start taking place over there now.
But that hasn't been proven now, has it?
It hasn't been. There's
That's what you would call conspiracy theory at this point?
well,
Yeah, kind of like JFK murder.
Pennsylvania government
Assassination.
side is what's pushing this out. It's going to be interesting to keep up with exactly what's going on.
I'll
But
have
now
to-
Trump, he didn't just stay inside. He got out and walked out on the field.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
And
he
boy,
did.
they sure cheered him on and everything else. And then when they showed this particular person that was up in a booth, she got real surprised and humbled at the amount of boo
It was.
that came out.
What was it that Taylor did that America didn't like there?
See,
Or
I
was it
don't
just
know.
not her crowd?
I think it just wasn't her crowd.
It must have been because they showed. The only time I saw her was one time they showed her and she was standing there. There was someone next to her, and it was like she was so somber.
Yeah.
They
And I'm
they
like, she's
gave
at
her an
the
attitude
Super Bowl,
adjustment.
man.
Well,
She's going crazy.
She's going to end that relationship. She can't be
You think?
dating a loser.
Again, I'm not. I know. And let me be honest about this. But you ever have that feeling of someone? I don't know anything about the guy. I've done no research on him. But what I see on he's not just somebody I'd want to hang out with. I'm not sure.
It might just be his TV persona.
And it may be.
His
I mean-
brother played with the Eagles and retired last year.
Yeah.
Because Mama had a half Eagles, half Kansas City,
yeah, sure did.
shirt 2 years ago.
That's right, sure did.
And now he's selling cereal. He should have stuck with him one more year.
So we'll see what becomes that, because he even hinted that if he won, that he was probably going to retire.
yep.
Well, I think he's going to work a few more years there.
You think?
It didn't work out well last night. It was an upset, without a doubt.
It wasn't no upset to me because everybody asked me. Everyone that came up to me, especially like out at the Moose or the PDK, everywhere else that I went, sure enough, they asked me, "Who do you think's going to win? Who do you think will win?" I kept telling them Philadelphia, and everyone wanted to hit me in the eye.
Do you remember us talking about the mayor of Philadelphia said, "Whatever y'all do, don't climb poles"? Guess what they done?
They didn't climb poles.
They climbed poles
did they?
and turned over stuff.
You know,
People just can't seem to understand that. Odie, I'm going to ask you to do the most famous line that I've ever heard.
Uh-oh.
let's get ready to rumble. Oh, that wasn't it?
That wasn't it.
Yeah.
This is Roy D.
Oh my
Mercer.
God!
You gonna be there all day?
Boy, how big a
old boy are
are
you? The guy that played Roy D. Mercer has passed away over the weekend.
No.
His name was Brett Thompson. He was from Tulsa, a radio guy. Originally, he was a pharmacist who quit and got into radio. And then they began this little thing of him and his partner of doing the Roy D. Mercer skits where they would call people and prank them.
Right.
It led to a record deal. They recorded at least 15 albums. He has passed away over the weekend.
Man.
And I'm telling you, that guy was so funny.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
The car salesman, I was telling Odie a minute ago, one of the funniest ones where he calls the Ford dealership. And the salesman answered the phone. He goes, "What?" Asked for what everything. He goes, "Yeah, this is me." He goes, "My wife come down there to look at a new car. She come to see a probe, and you showed her
No, she came to see a
Taurus.
Taurus,
And you showed her a probe."
probe.
And the guy just starts laughing. He goes, "I'm coming down there, open up a 55-gallon can of
Whoopee.
And it was just so funny.
How big a boy are you?
The little dog that died, his mother-in-law's dog that died, and he calls the taxidermist. He goes, "Can you have it stuffed before she comes home?" And the guy's going, "Wait a minute. And then the one about the funeral home. Yeah, he's been out in the carport there for about 3 weeks. We want to know what a coffin would cost.
Isn't this electrolysis place that does hair removal? Yes, it is, My wife's a little person. Do I get 50% off?
He can keep a straight face.
The whole time he's talking.
But for those of you who don't know who Roy D. Mercer is, just Google it on YouTube today. Guaranteed to get a laugh. It was always funny of what he done. If somebody sent in a letter and said, this person needs picked on, and they would really study it before they made the phone call and get them.
Get it ready.
We'll be right back as this morning gets underway. Already 11 minutes past the hour. A lot has happened this weekend. Banks. We had a bank burglary this weekend.
Where?
Oof. We'll tell you next to the Scotty Ray Report.
Are you tired of your old car being a dud? Well, come into Kemper Meridian, where we're giving up to $3,000 over KBB for your trade-in. We have interest rates as low as 0.9% and up to $3,000 in rebates. Come in at the Kemper Meridian and drive off in a new car and a new you for the new year. Come see us.
Have you been wanting your own building, your own shed? Speak to our friends at Best Sadia Building, 601-728-1954. Now, they can custom build you a home from a barn dominium. Maybe it's a shed that you're needing or a simple place to park your car, a garage, a camp house. Maybe you need a place to park your tractor, your motorcycle, or even that lawnmower. They can custom design whatever it is you need. Quality work, trustworthy, Best Sadia Buildings. Speak with Drew, 601-728-1954. The tractors are rolling at Freeman Tractor on Highway 494. Drop in and see Keith, Cornbread, or Buttermilk. They've got a tractor that fits the need that you have. Whether it's a 26 horsepower, a 40, or bigger. Plus, they offer 0% financing for up to 96 months. Whether it's a part, a new tractor, 0% financing, or just simply a laugh. 601-626-8759, Highway 494 in Collinsville. That's Freeman Tractor. Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with Odie, as we begin this wonderful Tuesday it is. And let me say this, of all the things that I've ever been to, this may be the most touching thing that I've ever walked into or visited. I had a chance to go down Friday night, and I intended on staying 20 minutes. And I was going to take a couple of pictures, and I was going to go on. And the Tim Tebow event that happened at Central United Methodist Church. Yeah. Oh, my heavens, y'all. Mm-hmm. Man. That was the most touching thing I've ever seen. The smiles, the happiness that was in the church. Let's just show a few pictures here as they began to dance.
I mean, that looks like a prom.
And I may have accidentally deleted something earlier this morning. Some videos that were there.
Look at those shoes.
Oh, they were bright.
They were bright.
Yeah.
They were dressed to the nines. Now, this is. They got to walk the red carpet as they
like at the Oscars.
Their names were put up. I mean, just it was absolutely. Now, what this does, and I'll just slide this over. Tim Tebow announces this, and then they drop the balloons from the air for everybody. And what he was saying was everybody here is crowned a king and a queen.
Right.
It was absolutely special. I cannot thank all the volunteers that went into this. It was 200 plus volunteers that made this happen. The church, I'm sure, went above and beyond, working countless hours to make this happen for these kids. I even got to dance.
You got to dance.
Yeah, she made you look good.
She did. But I just want to say thank you for the invite. I'm telling y'all, that was it really gives you a sense of what life is all about. Special.
Yeah.
Have you noticed Kirby's here?
No, you haven't mentioned I was here yet. Don't even start.
Don't start now.
Just pretend I'm not here.
Kirby, what you out doing today? What's on your mind?
Well, I got, what do you call it? I've got the Run for the Wall coming up.
When's that?
And that's going to be May 19th this year. And every year they come through, about 300 bikers, and they all want to do their thing. And let me tell you something, the reason for the Run for the Wall is real simple. It's just so that we don't forget our POW and MIA. And that's the thing. That's prisoner of war, missing in action soldiers and sailors and Marines and airmen that haven't made it home yet. And I'm telling you, there's over 50,000 people that we're still missing. And so we're trying to make sure that no one forgets them, especially us Americans. So, but anyway, these folks are coming in, and it's going to be great again this year. I'm hoping the city will once again extend their arms out and welcome them in. We're going to have them come again to the Ag Center. At the Ag Center, some of them will spend the night there. Otherwise, they're going to be going to the hotels, local motels, and they're going to be spending their dollars. And so I'm hoping that the city council, I'm inviting them, and I'm inviting the county supervisors, I'm inviting our mayor, I'm inviting our police chief, our sheriff. I want everybody in there to welcome these people who are going from Ontario, California, all the way to Washington, D.C. on their motorcycles.
Well, it's election year. You might get some folks to come out.
Well, if I get one or two of them, that'd be great.
Well, the thing, and I want to bring this because of the work that you do with this. You've got basically there's two ways they can go. They can go a north route, or they can go this southern route. And all of these stops, people say, "Hey, thank you, welcome them." Yes. They get something to eat, and off they go again. But what y'all done right here is you've made this a solid layover.
Yes.
And these people from California, a lot of those are deciding to take this southern route because of the hospitality that is shown right here local.
Absolutely.
And the work that you do, because we couldn't have done this without you.
No, it's not me. It's the Veterans Appreciation Committee. The Veterans Appreciation Committee actually started with a group of folks that the only one that I know of for a fact, and these folks, they started something, and it was at that time it was called the Run for the Wall Committee.
Yeah.
Now we are the Veterans Appreciation Committee because we have a twofold mission, which is not just serve the Run for the Wall and make this that big stop that we're talking about, because we feed them a actual sit down
home cooked meal.
A home cooked meal.
It's a huge
and every bit of it is donated to us or cooked for us. And it's just out there, and we got so many people that have been helping us with it. And through the year, people might think that they don't hear about it, and they do. They don't hear about it much. But boy, come now till May, I'm going to be doing my best to make sure it's promoted. The motorcyclists will tell you their biggest thing is when they're going under an overpass and there's people over that overpass standing there waving them on. That is, to them, one of the biggest things. When they get here to Meridian, we are the number one stop all the way from Ontario to D.C.
I believe that.
And because we do so much for them, and we show so much patriotism trying to do for them, and it's for their deal.
Like the laundry.
Oh, absolutely. Let me tell you something. My family laundry, these folks stepped up. They've taken over where the former people that was doing it for us, and because they've retired, and so this young man, he stepped forward and says, "Yeah, I can help take care of that." And so they love us because we do the laundry. Nobody else does their laundry for them. And so we collect it all up, we get it done through the night, and then we pass it back out to them in the morning. And we feed them a breakfast in the morning and to get them down the road. And so the Meridian Police Department helps bring them into Meridian and sends them back out. And,
when is the Run for the Wall? What is the date on it again?
May 19th.
May 19th. We're
Yes,
going to make
sir.
a date of that. This is big, and we're going to be telling you more about it.
Absolutely.
Kirby is all ready. We'll be right back in just a moment to tell you more about this. It is big for Meridian. If you've never attended this, y'all come watch.
Absolutely.
And we got plenty of time to plan for it.
We welcome you to a new vehicle buying experience here at Doc's Toyota. Buying a new vehicle doesn't have to be stressful, but don't just take our word for it.
This was the best experience I've ever had buying a vehicle.
Doc's employees are top-notch.
I drove 2 hours, not once, but twice, to purchase 2 vehicles with a 5-month time frame.
Doc's delivers competitive pricing, a comprehensive selection, and flexible financing options, helping you get on the road from Carthage, Meridian, and beyond. There's a reason why there's no deal like a Doc's deal.
If every time the wind blows you get a little leery about a tree over your house, talk to my friends at Reed Tree Service. There's no reason to be worried about a tree crashing through your house. Mike Reed has years of experience dealing with trees. It can be as simple as having a limb removed or a tree that is just huge too close to your shop or house. It's not going to cost you anything to have Mike come out and give you an estimate. They're licensed and insured, taking care of East Mississippi and West Alabama. Reed Tree Service. Have tree, will travel. As the seasons change, so do your clothes, and Garrett Sports Center on 8th Street has exactly what you need. Haybo shirts, long and short sleeve, also Hulk shirts, and America's favorite brand, Carhartt. Whether you need work pants or slacks for church, and nothing lasts like a pair of Carhartt overalls. Maybe it's a set of boots that you need. From box to lacrosse, they have the boot for you. And as hunting season rolls in, they have all the camouflage you need and toboggans to boot. Garrett Sports Center, 3505 8th Street, Meridian. Welcome back. And I'm trying to find the words for this. A store has closed in the Meridian area that has been the center of crime that has been overridden, and the owners just couldn't take it no more.
Said
They
were
did
tired.
not renew their lease due to the thefts, the robberies, and several murders that have happened outside. As we go to Highway 19 North.
Oh.
This is the Exxon store. I think we're all familiar with that.
Yeah.
If you're coming from I-20, it's on the left there before you reach 5th Street. Now, it is owned by someone else. The likelihood of someone else leasing it, probably pretty high. But the current owners, they're done. They have shut the doors and just can't make it. Now, they also own a couple of other stores, Break Time, and they've got the one that also gets robbed a lot and is the center of theft after theft on 5th Street. The store that's down there that
By
we've been
Cameron's
at.
or
Yeah. Constantly something happening there. But business, and again, I'm surprised they made it that long.
Well, with insurance, I mean that address.
Oh,
it's not
insurance
just a
hurts you.
business, but that address is going to follow that.
Absolutely.
Insurance going to look and say, yeah, I don't know if we're going to insure you whether you're a new company or not.
Right.
And that's something that somebody's going to have to really take into account. Or can they afford to even invest in a new station?
Now, our next headline was, I got word of this, that Saturday, and this is going to be real familiar to Kirby, because he spent so many years of his life there, been broken into.
The police department?
It did. As we go here to take a look, the Old
It was
Meridian.
the old one.
The old one. Yeah, it was unoccupied at the time, or should have been.
Let's just take a look. I did video of this, and here we are.
That's my alma mater.
You're off.
I don't know why they had to break out both doors, both windows. Oh, they broke out all the windows.
Yeah. That is the scene of what the Old Meridian Police Department looks like. And again, this is right beside the tire, just really adds to the picture there.
Yeah. Across the street from the City Hall.
City Hall.
Yeah.
And this happened. Now, the homeless have been sleeping in here for quite some time. No one does anything about it. I don't have the answer or the solution. I'm just telling you behind the scenes what goes on there. Here's another picture here. It is becoming... they've broken in that door also, and that happened a while back, as you can tell.
Right.
But becoming, look at this. As you can tell, everything's been scavenged across the front. What's the answer?
Remove the building. It's the only answer.
Who was it at one time wanted to buy that and something fell through?
Purdy.
And
And then I think he was going to make the brewery, and now he bought the building right in front of it, and he makes the brewery there. So I don't know what all happened. I know they had sold it, but then something happened, and they had to come along and say, no, that sale didn't go through.
it would be a hard sell at this point. The roof is leaking.
Right.
And
Well, it's been vacant for so long.
It has, and my mercy, you'd have to evict a lot of people.
Yeah,
They're in there.
Well, to me, I always thought it'd become a great doctor's office.
Yeah, it's big. It's
big
plenty
clinic.
of room.
Be a nice clinic right there in downtown area.
Drive through in the
Yep.
back there.
Absolutely.
Be a great Bell's bondsman.
I mean, it had parking space behind the building too, because that other stuff was taken out
It sure
a while
was.
back.
Now, as we don't know as much about this, and we're waiting for a press release from the Meridian Police Department to find out more about this, but a local bank was burglarized over the weekend while no one was there, so it was not a robbery. I want to be sure that you understand this is a burglary. Let's look at our video here, and let me pause this and show you how they gained access. This is Great Southern National Bank at Bonita Lakes. Let me drag this back across here where you can see when we zoom in on this of where it happened. Investigators on scene there. All right, we're going to zoom in here.
I'll go through that front door.
Now, right there.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Oh. Yeah, I see it now.
Busted went in and able to reach in and unlock the window and gained access. Now,
wow.
I do think something possibly was taken, but we haven't been told what at this point. Police were there for quite some time, and I could see the excitement in my friend's eye there with the police department as I was on scene.
They like you.
I'm not so sure she does.
Wink, wink.
It's called freedom of the press. But that did happen. And we hope to find out more about that. We don't know the exact time that it happened. I did speak to several witnesses in there, and they said police had been through and spoke to them of what they had seen.
There's no cameras in that parking lot?
I didn't see any from the back side of the building opposite from it. I didn't, there could be something that it was hidden that I didn't see.
I'm sure the alarm went off.
I'm probably sure that at this point, because this is FDIC, this involves, I'm sure that they've got... pretty good idea.
Be in for this.
They got a pretty good idea of what's going on. Now, yesterday morning, you might have noticed me out with a bulletproof vest. It was me standing in the middle of the road because when things go bang, bang in the air, I do show up to check this out. This would be 29th Avenue in the 1300 block is where this was going on. Let me pause this. Right along here is where gunshots were heard. It was 7 to 8 rounds fired. I think police found one shell casing maybe. An SUV sped from there and headed toward 8th Street. I am being told that there are more witnesses that have come forward. As I was standing there, I had several people walk up and talk to me and said, yeah, that did happen. They haven't caught anyone. We don't know any more than that at this point, but that did go on yesterday. So we hope they're caught. We don't need any more of that. But
if they're going to get caught, it's because somebody stepped forward and did the right thing.
That's right. That's how you clean the city.
And that's how you clean the city up. The citizens of the city have to finally get tired of what's going on. And they got to step forward and say, okay, we've had enough. Yeah. This is who's doing what and when it's happening. And what's going on, where you can find this or find them. And if that doesn't happen, it does make it harder on the police department.
And you can probably back me up on this. As we've had these cold winter days, not a lot's gone on. This weekend was a lot went on because it was a lot warmer. More people out. And back to your police days, was it not more crime when it's hot weather?
Every time. And, our biggest problems, especially in the wintertime, was fires. Yeah. And it's because we got homeless folks that are getting into buildings that are unoccupied. They'll start a fire inside because there's no electricity, there's no gas, there's no water, there's nothing. And they're trying to stay warm. I totally get it. I understand that. But if we keep leaving unoccupied buildings, well, we're going to have more people breaking into them and trying to find a way to stay warm. And it's one thing after the other. I totally get it. We need to take care of people. If we're going to have the homeless, well, maybe we can build us a serious homeless shelter that if they need to stay for a little bit to get on their feet and get back out on the road, do what they're doing, that's one thing. But I don't know. The ones we got today just ain't big enough.
And they don't want to follow. We've got shelters, but they don't follow the rules, so they don't go in the doors.
That's right. That's right.
They're going to continue to drink. They're going to continue to do drugs. They want to come in when they want to come in.
Right.
And when you provide someone a nice place to be, there's rules to go with it. You're not paying for it.
Well, that's right. That's right.
I'm going to post a video this afternoon. And I don't think most people really understand what our city looks like off the beaten path of what's really going on here. Friday afternoon, I went around and I did a small video behind, we all know where Bonita Lakes Walmart is.
Yeah.
If you follow there and you go back behind, what was that? Office Max? What was that over there?
Yep.
It's deplorable
No, that ain't the
There
only
is
spot.
a homeless camp
Yes.
as big as why not?
Yeah.
Back there, and I'm going to show you the video of that. And the person I had with me might have taken their high heels off, thrown them, and beat me in there. I'm like, whoa, hang on, we need an equalizer. Slow down. She was gone. I was trying to play catch up. But the same thing as you go back behind what used to be, it's now Cash Saver. Or used to be
Right, yeah. Well, yeah, it's now
Bonanza.
Cash Saver. I forget what it used to be prior
Sack and
to that.
Save.
Jitney Jungle or something like that.
But all back there behind that, and of course you have Love's Kitchen set up there.
Yes.
Behind that is another city within the city of Meridian.
That's right.
I went back in that area also over the weekend, and it's trash like you do not believe. It is horrible.
And no doubt. In fact, they got tents all set up, tarps, everything, to keep out of the rain.
Cardboard houses.
Everything. They got cardboard houses. And the thing about it is, remember right there on North Frontage Road, we used to have that little spot that had the little go-kart races?
Yeah.
That entire spot is grown over with everything. But you go right next to them into the woods, there's your city.
It's there.
Yeah, it's there. There's no doubt about
And
it.
not a place for the average person to wander off
That's right.
into.
No.
You don't know what those areas hold. And let me be point blank about it. As we see the border, our problems there, we have those same type people who camp out.
That's right.
We've had constant robberies due to this, and it is a huge, no one wants to face it or talk about it, but it is a major, major problem. We have other cities that drive them to the city limits and put them out.
Yeah. So
it happens.
but
Don't
they
let
come
anyone
back.
tell you that does not happen, because it does.
It's the ones that use the bathroom on the sidewalks.
And that happens.
Downtown.
I have pictures of it.
Yeah.
Now, I don't post them because it is.
It's not a good thing to see.
Yeah.
No.
But that does happen in the city of Meridian.
That's right.
Constantly, and more so than anybody could imagine. They think, oh, no, it's happening.
But we're going to give them money anyway, right there at the corners. You go to the intersections, there they are asking.
Did we pass a law in Meridian where
Yes,
it's
we
legal?
did. And how are you going to enforce that?
Well, they stand under the sign to get the money.
Absolutely. Which is the funniest thing, because there's a sign saying you can't do it and that the driver will be fined for it. It doesn't make a difference, because how are you going to stop the driver going down? There's no police officer there.
That's correct.
There's not a camera that's sitting there taking your picture so that they can send you a bill, a citation in the mail. The fact of the matter is, those signs are there. They're beautiful. They say what they're supposed to say. Nothing happens.
Well, it's like the ones that say no parking on this side of the road.
Right,
with
right.
Cars parking beside.
They do it right there, right next to the sign.
Yeah.
So that is some of the stuff we're going to be putting out very shortly from now. Coming up, more on the way as we begin your Monday morning. Somebody said I accidentally said another day a while ago. It is Monday. If I said something else.
Unfortunately.
Well, isn't that the time to make that mistake is on Monday?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Sleepy Mondays. They're tough to get into the groove. We'll be right back.
Meridian's favorite barbecue is Squealer's Barbecue, named the barbecue capital for the state of Mississippi. Whether it's barbecue, wings, or burgers, Squealer's simply has the best for a family environment. Every Thursday night, there's live music out on the porch. Takeout orders are welcome, and whether it's your next tailgate or large catering event, your friends at Squealer's are there to help. Drop in for lunch today or a night out on the town. Squealer's Barbecue, the best in fine barbecue.
At Pettit Jewelers in Philadelphia, Mississippi, trust Nicole with your priceless heirloom jewelry. With generations of refined expertise, she ensures your cherished pieces are meticulously cared for. Pettit Jewelers, Philadelphia.
The selection is always changing at Massey Supermart Auto Sales with low-mileage cars and trucks. How about a Z71 2500 HD? Or maybe you're looking for the Ford F-150 with lots of leg room in it. Plenty of SUVs like the Explorer for the family. Or if you're looking for a gas saver to go back and forth to work, come by and see the mini cars like this Nissan.
The low-profit dealer, Massey Supermart.
Welcome back. As tragedy struck this weekend as we had an accident, Highway 16 West. As we go, this was right across the line, but we had so many calls about this over the weekend. We covered this story as the Mississippi Highway Patrol responded to this area. Ashley Stevens, 40 of Carthage, has been identified as the person who lost her life in the accident there. It involved an 18-wheeler in a car. There was another person in the car that was also transported to a hospital with pretty serious injuries. It was located 12 miles west of Carthage, just east of Canton is where the accident went down. It was a Peterbilt and I believe a small Toyota car. Horrible there. She lost her life in that. 40 years young, that is mighty young for something like that.
It is. Just getting into the middle.
We certainly hate that. So that's what went on over the weekend. If you heard the sirens in that area and you lived in there, that's what was going on. Let's go back in history. This guy,
This brought back some memories.
Man, I always wanted to be him.
Did you?
Yeah.
Robert Wagner. Do y'all remember him as Jonathan Hart?
It was Stephanie Powers that I was into.
You're right. She was a beautiful lady.
Wanted to be him to be close
that's
to her.
exactly right. I was like, man, what a lucky dude.
Yeah.
I don't know. She still looks great.
Oh, man.
Did y'all ever watch him and Eddie Albert in that they were detectives in Switch?
Yes, yeah, Switch.
That was pretty good.
That was a good little show.
Yeah.
And, of course, the controversy around Robert Wagner when you go back to Natalie Wood.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Who always on the boat. Christopher Reeve.
Yeah.
Christopher Walken.
Walking. Yeah.
Who pauses on everything.
Yeah,
there.
He's a good one.
Can y'all tell me what Roberta Flack sings? I know the name, and I know she's humongous. And I can't name one song. If I was on Name That Tune, I couldn't do it. She was born today in 1937, Roberta Flack.
I remember.
She was humongous.
She was.
But
it was a really nice song, too.
Killing Me Softly.
Killing Me Softly.
That's it?
Yeah.
Just come out of nowhere.
I remember that song, and I like that song.
Now,
I didn't know who sang it.
This is probably banned today as we go back for two of they were best friends, but at the same time they argued all the time.
They helped each other if they needed.
Scotty Ray and Odie.
Close to it.
Is that the two you talking about?
Tom and Jerry. They premiered today. Was that not a great cartoon? And the mouse really was just smarter than he was at any given time.
Always. But back to Roberta Flack. The next one was the first time ever I saw your face.
Oh, I remember that one.
Song. To me, I thought that one was bigger than Killing Me Softly. I really did.
It may have been. But I know both of those songs now.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
Ain't No Mountain High Enough.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. The Closer I Get to You, that was a good song. I tell you.
Jeff and Nick. Tell them Jeff Tate. If you didn't realize just how close this was to our time, it was 1957 that we would lose this woman who, through Michael Landon, became a legend. Yeah. Oh, I know her books were big, but America got introduced to her. Laura Ingalls passed away today in 1957, which was not really that long ago when you look at the timelines. She's passed away? Yeah. She was the actual writer.
Of the series.
House.
That's right. Yeah, she wrote the novel.
Now, as we get ready, and y'all be ready for this, because I'm not sure that I'm prepared because I'm afraid it's going to be goofed up. Netflix is looking at remaking Little House on the Prairie. And everybody's saying it's going to go woke. Laura, and I don't agree with her, Melissa Gilbert.
Yeah,
she
Melissa
goes,
Gilbert.
we were woke before it was cool.
Right.
No, that show was not woke.
And it ain't cool now.
It did deal with a lot of different issues.
Right, it did.
But they were all family-based issues of people that were bad. Charles handled them. I'm afraid that the show I don't know who they've got cast to even play in it, but it worries me. And that American classics such as that could be learned.
They're going to turn it all the way
Michael Landon
around.
just had such a way of seeing it and putting it to film that everybody would like.
I always wonder if he was the same way at home.
I wonder that too. After we see his little girl there on, she's got a filthy mouth.
Well, she could.
Yellowstone.
She can do all that stuff right there.
I know.
You got to be a good actress, I guess, to change your voice.
Well, absolutely.
What Rip say?
But you know what? You know, it ain't necessarily who they are versus who they play. So.
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah.
1960, and a guy named Lionel Cartwright was born. He was here in Meridian. He actually opened for George Strait many moons ago at Ray Stadium.
Get out.
His big song was "I Watched It All on My Radio." Anybody remember this guy? He's now head of a big church in Nashville. Leads the music there. Lionel Cartwright. I spoke to him a couple years ago. Nice fella still.
I was born that year.
1960?
Yeah.
Oh, you in Plymouth.
I tell you.
Do you think I'm sexy? I think Kirby was accused of saying this down at Hojo's one time. It was 1979 that this came out. Rod Stewart. Anybody remember that?
Yeah. He sings it in karaoke now.
Can you do that?
I do from time to time, every other Friday at the Post. Come on.
Do you have anybody ever sing that song down there?
Not yet, but I think I'm going to do it at the next one. So it won't be this coming Friday, but next Friday after that, I'm going to do it.
Go see if he does.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to
Rod
do it.
Stewart, y'all.
Do you think I'm sexy?
It would be also 1979. One of the best there ever was. I mean, who else?
I thought you were talking about Clyde.
Clyde, he was good too. Right Turn Clyde. But old Eddie Rabbit, boy, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Girl, you turn me every which way but loose.
That's
Look at old Clyde. Got it going on over there. Scrap it, Clyde.
Right turn, Clyde.
The Black Widows, I mean, were they not scary?
We are feared across the line.
I liked them when they were being towed in the car. They're all in the car.
That's what you call tarred and feathered. They were.
If you want a good laugh,
rent those movies right
Grandma.
there. Oh, yeah, Grandma was
man.
serious.
That brings back just so many memories. It would be also tonight. We would all go back home, and there would be a red Kenworth that would premiere tonight.
Oh,
It was red and white.
Bear. Yeah.
BJ and the Bear premiered
BJ
tonight.
and the Bear.
Greg Evigan was his name, and I don't know what become of the Bear, if Michael Jackson, that's the same one or not, but he was famous there.
He was famous.
Yes, he was.
Yes, he was.
I can't remember all the words in his best friend Bear. I remember that part.
Yeah.
Don't give me a line.
Greg Evigan sang it, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I think he sang that.
Oh.
It would be 1990. I was deep in radio by then. It would be number one today as Alabama had another number one hit with Old Southern Star. I know y'all remember that one there.
I can't remember, Christy.
Really? Can you remember 1990?
I had a question put to me, so I was just answering.
What'd she ask you?
If I worked with her dad, Tommy Long, and I'm trying to remember. I know most people by face as opposed to name. Yeah. And I started with the police department back in 1993 in April. And I tried to get on when I got out of the Marine Corps in 1990, and I came here to Meridian in August of 1990, and I couldn't get hired because they had a hiring freeze.
Oh, let me tell you something. The Meridian Police Department used to be a list when they had
absolutely.
It'd be 170 people.
That's right. That's right.
There's a picture, the whole front of City Hall. Mm-hmm. You couldn't have fit another person up there.
That's right.
It was packed.
And speaking of 1993, when you got hired, 90 and y'all think about this. Tonight in 1993, 90 million people stared at Oprah talking to the guy that had the other monkey.
Me.
That big interview that happened with Michael Jackson aired tonight on ABC. They had nearly a 40 share. That's unheard of. That was humongous.
I must have got lucky because I didn't have a TV back then.
But isn't that the interview? Y'all remind me to when he was talking about where he thought he was Peter Pan in the tree and all that, and everybody was going.
Yeah. I don't remember that too much. I remember the interview.
They need to tweak his meds. I tell you.
Yeah, and he went off the deep end.
Had too much oxygen in his tank.
I know this guy had TV commercials that were funny, but I really enjoyed watching him in the remake of the Clampetts, the Beverly Hillbillies.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Anybody remember Vern?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Big on the Mellow Yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you got there, Vern?
He was good at what he did. And he played Jed pretty good. This guy that was in Jaws. Oh. And he was in a lot of other movies. Rob Schneider.
Yes.
What else did I'm blank.
But one of the other movies he did, he played Bob Fosse, and who's a famous dance choreographer and dancer back in the day. And I'm trying to remember the movie where he played that, and All That Jazz was the name of it.
Yeah.
And that when that movie came out, it made me think about wanting to go into dance.
Well, that was after watching Lawrence Welk.
Yeah,
You used to watch that.
absolutely. Well, Lawrence Welk was the show to go to. My grandparents watched that bad boy.
I was the only one
It
you
was
had.
religious back then, you know. So, and that's when I got to see the Beatles.
Yeah.
You know, I got to see everybody when they came on, and he would go, and here they are, you know.
A one, a two.
That's right.
That's where we had the best imagination because we ran
absolutely.
to the TV to go find something else to do.
Absolutely. You ain't had but 3 channels,
That's
ABC,
right. And 2 of them
NBC,
didn't
and
come
C.
in
That's
real
right. And you'd have to sit there and hold the
Hey,
antennas.
boy, go hold that antenna.
My mother-in-law was
And
telling
remote
me,
control was you go turn the channel.
Rerun of the Ed Sullivan Show one day last week, and it had Hank Jr. at the age of like 11 or 12.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
And let me just skip. Hank Jr. is 75, y'all.
Oh, my goodness.
Can y'all believe that?
He's 10 years older than me.
Woo! As we go back to 2014, we would lose the little girl.
Wow.
That was such a well, it's name recognition. Well, everybody knows Shirley Temple.
Oh, yes.
She
Yeah,
passed away on the good ship Lollipop.
Well, she did not neither.
All right, so somebody came in, and I don't know why we couldn't think about this, but
Yes.
Rob Snyder, he was the helicopter pilot in Blue Thunder.
Yes, sir. That's right.
Oh,
That's
man,
right.
yeah.
Yes.
He hijacked that helicopter.
Absolutely,
Had
sure
the,
did.
had
And
the
then
microphone.
he set it on the track, railroad tracks.
Yeah,
Had the
yeah.
train busted up. Yeah. And he sat there and he did his timer, and he would do it without looking. He'd do 1 minute. He would do 1 minute to the second.
Yeah.
That's what he would time himself.
Blue Thunder was a
That was a pretty good show. That was a
Yeah.
pretty good show.
Now I remember watching this also. I was a kid, and this was during a time in America to where you had private owners that drove 18-wheelers, and then you had company drivers, and it was a fight in between the two groups
Yeah.
as to who got the contracts, who got the shipments. Of course, Convoy touched on it a little bit, but as you go back to the Blue Mule.
Oh.
And you go back to Jan Michael Vincent.
That's right.
It really showed what was happening behind the scenes of America. He got whooped.
Yeah.
He'd show up to get a load, and they'd just
Oh, yeah.
whip him
And
at
they
the
beat
dock.
him up. That's right.
But the Glass House, if you remember that.
Yes. Yep.
And the Blue Mule still exists somewhere. It was restored.
No kidding.
Jan Michael Vincent passed away on this date back in 2019. And he was like the heartthrob of America in the
he
70s.
was. He was.
Girls went nuts over him.
Well, he was a pilot on that Airwolf.
Is that what that's?
Yeah, he was
sure
the pilot on Airwolf.
Sure was.
And you know that was a really cool helicopter too. So
Arnold just noticed Cupid draw back your bow.
Yeah, said the Christmas
Handle it.
trees were gone. They're not gone, they were just moved.
I tell you.
I'm sure she's got
No,
one.
I don't see them. She put
We
them in
have
the bag.
we have Valentine Christmas trees and she tells me they're not a Christmas tree, it's a Valentine tree. And I say, sure looks like a Christmas tree.
That's a shame.
It has
One, didn't it?
it has hearts. I mean, y'all just don't know the extent of Angie Ray.
Well, it's because you don't have any more rooms to put the rest of them.
I got
Well, we
six.
got a Valentine's tree at I call it Scooby's place, but it's called the Green Door Lounge,
So
Green Door
you're trying
Tavern.
to say that Angie
Yeah.
is not the only person.
She
that
is
does
not
this.
the only person. We got another one.
Hey, good news! As we found out this weekend, this young man has been found. He was missing from Union, Mississippi, and Louisiana. Corey has been found safe, and that's great news. We don't know all
Absolutely.
the details. but
Absolutely.
Glad that he was found safe. Coming up, we'll tell you about Kemper County. What's going on up there? That's next here at the Scotty Ray Report.
We welcome you to a new vehicle buying experience here at Doc's Toyota. Buying a new vehicle doesn't have to be stressful, but don't just take our word for it.
This was the best experience I've ever had buying a vehicle.
Doc's employees are top notch.
I drove 2 hours, not once, but twice, to purchase 2 vehicles with a 5-month time frame.
Doc's delivers competitive pricing, a comprehensive selection, and flexible financing options, helping you get on the road from Carthage, Meridian, and beyond. There's a reason why there's no deal like a Doc's deal.
If every time the wind blows you get a little leery about a tree over your house, talk to my friends at Reed Tree Service. There's no reason to be worried about a tree crashing through your house. Mike Reed has years of experience dealing with trees. It can be as simple as having a limb removed or a tree that is just huge too close to your shop or house. It's not going to cost you anything to have Mike come out and give you an estimate. They're licensed and insured, taking care of East Mississippi and West Alabama. Reed Tree Service. Have tree, will travel. As the seasons change, so do your clothes, and Garrett Sports Center on 8th Street has exactly what you need. Habo shirts, long and short sleeve, also Hulk shirts, and America's favorite brand, Carhartt. Whether you need work pants or slacks for church, and nothing lasts like a pair of Carhartt overalls. Maybe it's a set of boots that you need. From box to lacrosse, they have the boot for you. And as hunting season rolls in, they have all the camouflage you need and toboggans to boot. Garrett Sports Center, 3505 8th Street, Meridian. Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with Odie, as we begin this day.
Turnbow said they had 9 Christmas trees.
Well, I got a feeling. Well, I ain't even gonna adventure.
If you got 9 Christmas trees,
we had at our house. I mean, it was.
I hate to see the attic.
Seriously, I leaned over where I keep my phone charging next to my bed, and there was a tree there. I went to feed the dogs their treat every night, and there was a tree about yay tall in between there and where I get their treat out.
You live with Turnbow?
Man, and then we have full-size trees everywhere. I bet there was, I don't know, 8, 9, 10 of them.
No, you're with the homeless. Those trees are all over the place. They're going to be there.
I'm telling you, my wife loves to decorate for Christmas. She has the biggest building that Paul Brown offers, stacked full of Christmas stuff. My reporter, Linda Jane, I had to get her dressed like she was picking up trash to go investigate for me on Friday to figure out what was going on. I first got a phone call and said, "Why's the game wardens on the side of the road with the lights on?" I said, "I don't know."
Go find out.
Found an alligator.
Then I got another call and said, "Hey, I just had a Kemper County deputy in between Scuba and DeKalb running at Mach speed." And I said, So I got Linda Jane to go up there with her little paper picker up. And she got me a picture of these folks. We would learn that something serious was going on in Kemper County. This is in Presley Bottom is where this is. This is just north of Scuba. The horizon right up here is Wahalak. Due south of there is Scuba, and this is that long straightaway.
Right.
As we got there, and I drove on up to find out what was going on. This is where we were live there in the street, and I won't play what I was saying then, but this just gives you a look of just how many game wardens there were.
There's an alligator back there.
Well, there probably is.
Godzilla.
But as you'll see, look how many game wardens there were searching. This has gone on for 2 to 3 days as they were searching through there. I spoke with Sheriff James Moore, and this is the gentleman that everybody was looking for. Here's a picture of him.
Oh.
Now, this is where the truck was found. 2004 Toyota Tacoma. All of his personal belongings were found inside the truck. He has not been found. He had been reported sometime missing around January 15th to January 30th. He was supposedly going to move from his home, and then the truck ended up in Kemper County. He has not been found. Now, as Odie and you and I were talking about, the latest press release there is possibility of him being spotted somewhere else.
Somebody said that they had saw him back where he was living at, and the reason he knew it was he'd known him his whole life, went to school together, and he knew him. And I think it's been 2 people that have come up and said, well, yes, I saw him too.
But it doesn't make sense of how the truck would have got there, how he would have left. Had the truck been stolen, those personal items would not have been left there. They would have definitely taken what was in the contents of that truck.
I'm just glad that he's alive.
Yeah.
At this point, anyway.
I'm telling you, you want to talk about an area that has been searched and searched and searched. They have not come up with anything. So we wait to find out more. And this, of course, that road will run you all the way over to where I used to hunt on Old Highway 45. This would take you out to 3 corners there. If you were to walk directly through the woods over to that area there, out to where Toonie Hill and all of them used to hunt. So what is it? We don't know yet. There's no answers. But that is what has been going on in Kemper County. It's a missing person as deputies and all the game wardens search to find out more. And as we get an update on that, we will pass that along to you. We had a situation yesterday, or was it Saturday? Saturday, wasn't it?
It was Saturday.
As we went out to Oak Tibby. We'll start here with some pictures. There's Al Davis and sheriff deputies all on scene there as everybody's looking out toward the water. As we look there, what's going on? There's John.
He's just standing there.
Yep.
On water.
Sam Dale showed up to also help. They brought jet skis, and I'm going to tell you why as we look at this on scene. Let me get back here to this video. This, we had someone that more or less, I guess you could say, run aground. Is that the best way to word that, Odie?
Yeah. That's the best way. And now look, it may have been warm outside. Everybody's in short sleeves. The water's still cold. And he got into some water, and it was cold. The wind, there's no trees blocking the wind. It does not take very long at all to reach hypothermia.
That's a fact.
Right there, if you'll see that sandbar, right there where that little area is where the guy was hung. And as you said, hypothermia set in after being in it, and he was cold, couldn't move. And then I was poking fun at John, who all of those volunteers ran out, and as they tried to get near him, ran aground themselves.
No.
And it is just shallow there.
Yeah.
So at the end, it was a good ending. He was saved. And I can't think of the volunteers from Collinsville, Volunteer Fire Department, Martin, Bailey, Metro, the sheriff's deputies, Lima was there. They all pitched in to save this young man, and ended good in the end.
It did. And, you know, now look, there's been a lot of talk what's going on out at Oak Tibby, and I need to call Mark and talk to him. But what I've heard, and I've talked to a couple other people, there was some work at Collinsville Landing, replacing a boat ramp and getting that fixed, and they had to drop the level to get that done. Plus, it is a flood reservoir to hold water so it doesn't flood surroundings areas or down south. But anyway, they've got the repairs made, and now they're going to start refilling it and getting some water levels up. Maybe that will help. There is a little part off to the left if you're looking north from the dam that is always pretty shallow.
Right.
But right now, the water levels are low because of the repairs, and now they're starting to fill that up. Got to have rain.
Yeah.
Got to have water.
No doubt.
So they don't
No
turn
doubt.
the water hose on.
That's right.
So give it a little bit of time.
Maybe a little bit
Dad,
this
start
week.
start watching your depth finder.
Yeah. You don't think, a kayak.
Yeah, I know it.
There they are.
Yeah.
You put weight in it.
Yeah.
I don't want in a kayak. I've looked at those because they go whoop real quick like.
I got Amy one. I'll chase them down.
Uh-huh.
Put her in it and let her push her off.
Yeah.
Okay.
See y'all at the end.
This is the second time I've been in this neighborhood here as we go to 18th Avenue, 18th Street, and 17th.
I noticed you probably did this because you got hungry.
Well, I did, Odie, and I'm gonna tell y'all something. Let me go over here and find this. You want to talk about some nice people? As I pulled up to take pictures, they were barbecuing, and you can't help but smell food. And I want to say a huge thank you to Boo and his wife. They were cooking deer meat, and they gave me some deer meat. And boy, let me tell you, it was fine.
Yeah.
All you were doing
Love
was
me
trying
some
to
deer
record a
meat.
road closure.
Yeah, and that smell of food hooked me in.
That'll do it every time.
So a big thank you to them for the hospitality that they showed me yesterday. That was extremely nice. I'm telling you, great food too. I had it all over me.
They were, where did the alligators go? They're still there. Don't let that fool you.
Don't and correct me. There's some pretty big critters in there. Isn't there?
Ooh, there's some
absolutely.
15,
Absolutely.
18 feet. We've had a couple of state records caught out of there, and then of course that got beaten at another place. But no, there are some humongous dinosaurs in that water.
Let me ask the I'm not so smart question. We have a swimming area there, right?
Yeah, anywhere there's water.
But I mean, like they have like a little designated place.
Yeah.
So what keeps Mr. Alligator out of the swimming place?
Nothing.
Yeah, not a thing.
Yeah, ain't gonna catch me there.
Food not being there would be the only reason they not in there. And people look great food.
No sir. Who put them in there? Or did
God?
they just kind of?
Yeah. Now,
They wasn't naturally thrown in there like we caught one somewhere and threw him in there to make it look good.
As one smart person once said, nature will find a way. And his name was Jeff Goldblum in the movie Jurassic Park.
That's it.
I don't want no part of that, y'all.
Dinosaurs are still here.
No wonder
yeah.
John wouldn't get out of the boat out there, and I saw him poking with the stick in the middle out there.
That's right.
Yeah.
Man alive. Okay, we'll be right back as we'll recap what's going on as we get ready for some entertainment coming to the VFW. Fill us in on that. Kirby's going to tell us all that next. Let's face it, accidents are going to happen. If a deer jumps out in front of your car, go see my friends and professionals at Chet's Paint and Body Shop in Center Hill. Chet can help you navigate through this confusing world of insurance by providing photo estimates to insurance companies and the right to choose the body shop of your choice. From a minor scratch to a major collision, Chet has you covered. Chet offers quality repairs by trained and certified technicians with a lifetime warranty on all repairs. That's Chet's Paint and Body Shop.
Looking for a deal you can't pass up? Right now, drive off in a quality used car for just $299 down and only $299 a month here at Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Meridian. That's right, good reliable cars packed with features at a price you'll love. $299 down, $299 a month. Look, I'm not kidding. This is a real offer that our customers have taken advantage of for years now. Come see us today, Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Meridian.
Philadelphia Gun and Pawn, located at 910 Posey Avenue, has tons of lawnmowers to choose from. A big selection of zero-turn lawnmowers, power washers, and even barbecue grills. Step inside the store and see their complete line of Liberty safes along with those Browning safes. A large selection of Louis Vuitton purses along with satin shirts and bead sets. And tons to choose from for the outdoorsman in your household. And always a great deal on any type of jewelry you're looking for. And a private lobby for pawns for your confidentiality. Philadelphia Gun and Pawn. Welcome back. As Air Force One was headed to New Orleans yesterday, the president made another sweeping mark with his ink pen, and he said, we ain't making no more pennies. I've instructed the U.S. Treasury to do away with the penny. And here we go to X here to see this. Yeah. It says, for far too long, the U.S. has minted pennies, which literally cost us more than 2 cents. It's like almost 4. This is wasteful. I've instructed my Secretary of U.S. Treasury to stop producing new pennies. Let's rip the waste out of our great nation's budget, even if it's a penny at a time.
There you go.
So, wow. Some other big news. You're not going to be able to watch his comments on X anymore. You know where I'm going with this? Kanye has been banned from X.
Oh,
He's
no.
no longer on Twitter.
Really?
He went wild over the weekend.
Oh, he sure did. He went at the Grammys. He went wild.
Ran down Jewish people, and it went on and on of ranting Taylor Swift. And eventually, he had to stop going through some financial records to go, y'all stop that. Get rid of him.
Now, didn't he have some mental breakdown and Kardashian him and separated because of that? And he went and bought a farm or something. And didn't they have to go out to him and to go to the hospital? I mean, I'm not making light of it, but I'm just...
I don't know.
If he's battling some mental issues, I hope he gets the help for it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
He got issues. We just don't know what they are. I mean, it's...
his wife must have some, too, because she was on the Grammy dadgum naked.
There's no other way to put it.
She was literally wearing a see-through nothing.
Like a big pantyhose.
Yeah. I don't even think it was that.
He was telling her to do it.
And he was making her do it.
Yeah.
He was making her do it.
She was going along with it.
That's the sad part, is she did go along with it.
Yeah.
I have no comment, no answer.
No,
there's no way to answer whatever that was about.
Yeah,
it just makes no sense whatsoever. So
I mean, and I don't know, but I've seen where some of these men have that much control over a woman that the woman is too scared to say something and leave.
Right.
And I hope that that's not the case there.
Can you imagine being her family, seeing your sister, your daughter being done that way?
Right.
Yeah.
Ain't no money in this world.
I mean, she didn't look like she was happy.
She's
doing
real
it.
stone.
Yeah, she had a stone face on.
It is. Now, I don't know this lady, but it reminds me of Pocahontas. And I'm referring to Elizabeth Warren, who for years told America that she was of Indian descent, and then come to find out she was not.
Oh.
Canada has taken the next step, and they had awarded this woman, and help me with her name, Buffy
Sante, maybe?
Marie. And let me show you her picture here. Here she is. She got a prestigious award from Canada for what she had done for those folks, and come to find out, they found her birth certificate and
She was not an Indian.
She was not in no shape, form, or way. And quietly over the
Maybe
weekend,
she had 1% in her. You know.
I don't think it was even that.
No.
They took it away. They didn't even do DNA testing before. They took the prestigious award from her.
Oh.
And they said her whole career was built upon
that. Yeah.
Just like Pocahontas.
Sad.
And that name just really stuck, didn't it?
It did.
It stuck with her.
Yeah.
She every application that she ever filled out, she put that on there.
Yeah.
And then after she was caught, tried to blow it off of. No, that really didn't.
It was just my high cheekbone.
Have you ever wondered what Cher's real name was?
Cher?
Cher.
No, because I can't listen to her.
I understand that, but I cannot believe that she was raised as a child with only one name.
Oh, no, I'm sure she's got a last name somewhere. It was Bono at one time.
Well, I knew that. That's when she got married.
I'm just trying to help you out there. Cher Bono.
I'm talking about before, when she was a kid.
What about Madonna's name?
Yeah, her too. Well, yeah, I've seen her name. It was an Italian name. Yeah. Yeah, hers goes back a way.
But you are big if you are recognized by one name.
And that's right.
You can name them in your hand. Elvis.
Oh, absolutely.
There's Reba, Dolly.
Yes.
Don't forget there's Odie.
I don't know. All I heard was crickets. I heard crickets when that happened.
There really is.
There has to be
very few people, and I'm
nationally.
Sure.
I mean, not internationally recognized as
Madonna,
by one
worldwide.
name. That's right.
Known worldwide.
That's right.
You know, Odie, cross half.
Here we go with the crickets again.
Kirby, as we talk about things that are going on, what do y'all got going on at the VFW? I know y'all do a lot for the community.
Tell you, at the VFW, every other Friday, I mean, we just had it this past Friday. We have karaoke for the folks that would like to sing and get out there and have a good time. The Post has always been known to have a good time, and on Saturdays we have a live band that plays, the Bo Smith Band. He comes out there and they throw out a really good rendition of every song you've ever known, and let me tell you something. We have the mayor of Sukalina, and he gets out there and he dances every single song. If the band is playing, he's on his feet dancing.
Yeah.
This man is 96 years old.
So is he challenging Jimmy Smith?
He challenges anybody and everybody. And if you're a woman and you're sitting down when the song starts and he ain't dancing with somebody, best bet he's coming to get you. He's coming to you. But anyway, Mr. Benny, he's the life of the party, and let me tell you something. I love that man, and he tells me that I'm doing a good job as the commander there, and I'm trying my best to be to his caliber, and so I'm trying to make sure that people know that we do have dancing on Saturday nights, and it's a $10 cover charge, and other than that, on Friday nights, every other Friday night, I've got like I said, karaoke, and there's no cover charge for that. Don't have to be a member, and we're just looking to have a good time, and I want people who want the fellowship and have comradeship. And that's what we're doing at the Post. But we're upgrading every day. We're doing things every day, making it better.
Well, we'll send them out to see you.
So please come on out and see me. Have a great time.
Look for Kirby. You can't miss him.
That's right.
There.
Look at this beard. It's the beard. It's the beard that does it.
We've got the best audience out there. We have some of the smartest people that watch us and interact with us every day. And when you have a question, we will normally get an answer.
That's right.
Like as of today. Sheraton or Cheryl Sarkeesian. That's Cher's name.
That's her name.
I can't even pronounce it.
So Madonna was Madonna Louise
Veronica.
Yeah, Chacon.
I'd say Cocoon, but that'll be okay too. It's close enough.
Yeah.
Cocoon. That was a good movie. Did you ever see it?
Cocoon, I heard about that, but it was kind of.
It was a pretty good movie, but
it just didn't do
a lot
it
of
for
people
me.
thought it was kind of a little bit too far fetched.
It was for me.
It was, but if you know,
Sigourney Weaver, wasn't she the one in it?
No, not in Cocoon.
This is the one that played
something about the old folks who were getting.
Yeah, they went to the old folks and they put a pod in the swimming pool. Nobody knew about it.
Yeah.
The aliens did.
Yeah.
And it was just for safekeeping because they had broken down. Their spaceship broke down.
Yep.
And so they utilized pool thinking it was unoccupied. And the nursing home brought these folks there to swim. and
they were
it
getting
revitalized
younger
their.
and
Yeah,
healthier.
they got younger and healthier and happier.
Sort of like tequila.
That's
No, tequila just makes you think you are.
no, tequila makes your clothes fall
Yeah, well,
off.
maybe
Joe
that's
Nichols sang about that.
Maybe that's what your name was having.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
We have birthdays today. We got any?
So yeah, we got a few today. We had Dorothy George turned 69 yesterday. Charles Massey turned 66 yesterday. Tanya Davis had a birthday, along with Vanessa Dewitt had a birthday Sunday. Mike Alexander is
And
having a birthday today, and
This man deserves a trophy of some kind to live with Debbie Alexander.
he come out of retirement, went back to work, so he didn't have to be at home.
I did not say that. I'm going on record that I didn't say that.
12 miles of picking up trash today. I'll be back later, Debbie.
Ooh, I'll be back when you're asleep. No, Mike's good. We love Debbie.
Happy birthday, Mike.
Yeah, Shelly S.P. Brown's got a birthday. Debbie Hale and Jackson Rideout having a birthday today. Saturday had a birthday to Callie Grace Stinson, 6 years old, and won the beauty review on her birthday at Neshoba Central Kindergarten.
Oh, special there. We have two people that have been charged with the death of a female soldier.
Uh-oh.
It was in Tennessee. She has 68 stab wounds.
Oh, my God.
They have finally got leads and made 2 arrests on this. Private First Class Katia Aguilera. She was 23 years old. She was found deceased back in May, and they have finally determined with 2 people in jail now.
Arrested 2 suspects, one of them being her husband. You know,
boy, if you don't like somebody, just let them get a divorce.
Yeah. Well, you don't get no money out of the divorce.
That's right.
And see, the thing about it is that young lady probably had a life insurance company. Life insurance policy through the military. Yeah, at least. But it's actually more than that these days.
Now, $250.
So I got a feeling that's what this is all about.
You can't take money with you to the other side.
No, you sure can't. It just doesn't work out that way.
And usually,
you got to put 2 pennies, to get to the other side. So.
Usually, money that is gotten ill-willed does not
do you good. That's right.
Now, occasionally you see somebody that's kind of bad, and you go, "How do you?"
Well, you get those folks that win the lottery and then lose it all. And, but prior to them winning the lottery, they were doing just fine.
Yep. It'll. You've seen that lottery run my life.
Absolutely. That's right.
But Odie said he'd like to try.
I just want to see
the exception.
I want to give that a shot.
That's right. Yeah.
Name a sign.
I'd like to
just remember me and Kirby.
That's right. That's right.
We'll take care of it.
Yeah.
I'll buy you your own golden EIB
microphone.
A microphone. There you go.
Well, at least 2 of them, because I can't leave this.
We need a Bible verse to
Let's
end
see
today.
where good Lord sent us to. Isaiah 26:3. You will keep in perfect peace those whose minds are steadfast because they trust in you. I always look for wisdom for people who are the right choice. The people that you hang out with are the people that you become close to and turn into. But remember to keep God first in your life and invite Him into your life every single day and talk to Him throughout the day. He will change your life for the better. Y'all have a wonderful Monday. Tuesday's coming. Friday's on the way. Just hang in there. But remember, we love you and have a wonderful day.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners.